All right, we're going to look at problem 845, and I'm going to do several of the problems from 845, and we're going to do a few of them the way we've been doing them with the generic rectangle and the diamond, and then we're going to go in and I'm going to show you some shortcuts for doing some of these problems. So we're looking at 845A to start. So we have the quadratic expression x squared minus 49. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my generic rectangle and my diamond. And so my x squared terms are going in the bottom left-hand corner. My ones are going in my top left-hand corner. I'm going to go ahead and multiply those together to get the top of my diamond. So that gives me negative 49 x squares. And then remember, the x term is what goes in the bottom of my diamond. And I don't have any, so that means I have 0 x terms. So are those numbers, those factors that multiply to give me negative 49x squared and add up to give me 0x. So I'm thinking about factors of 49, of negative 49, and I'm thinking I can go negative 7x and positive 7x because those multiply together to give me that negative 49x squared, and then they add together to give me 0x's. So those are what I'm going to drop over here into my generic rectangle. All right, so figuring out what the dimensions of this generic rectangle are, I know to get x squared, I've got to go x times x. I know to get negative 7x, I'm taking x and multiplying it by negative 7. And then over here to get 7x's, that must be x times positive 7. All right, so I'm going to write out my product. So I have x plus 7 times x minus 7. Okay, so noticing that we started with our area as a sum, x squared minus 49, and we ended up with our area as a product, x plus 7 times x minus 7. All right, we're going to go ahead and try another problem. So let's go ahead and do problem F. From the same problem, from problem 845. So problem F gives us 4x squared minus 25. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set up my generic rectangle and my diamond. X squared terms in the bottom left, ones in the top right. Notice again, I don't have any x terms in this problem, just like the last problem we did. So multiply those two together. So 4x squared times negative 25 gives me negative 100x squared. And like I just said, then we don't have any x terms, so there's 0 x's in the bottom of our diamond. And now again, we're thinking of those factors. What do we multiply together to get negative 100x squared and add to get 0x? And those are negative 10x and 10x. I'm going to go ahead and drop those over here into my generic rectangle. And then again, we're looking for the dimensions of that generic rectangle. So the greatest common factor that goes into 4x squared and negative 10x is going to be 2x. So then 2x times 2x must give me this 4x squared here. And 2x times positive 5 will give me these 10x's. And then 2x times negative 5 is going to give me those negative 10x's. So taking a look at it, our area as a product, we have 2x plus 5 times 2x minus 5. So going back quickly to look at our last problem, when we had x squared minus 49, we went through the whole process. We got our area as a product to be x plus 7 times x minus 7. Looking at the problem we just did now, we started with 4x squared minus 25, and when we went through that generic rectangle in the diamond, we ended up with 2x plus 5 times 2x minus 5. So I'm noticing a pattern when I look at these problems. I'm noticing that the only difference between my two factors, these products down here, is that I have a plus 5 and a negative 5. When I go back to that other problem, they're the exact same except for this is a plus 7 and this is a minus 7. So taking it a step back further and looking at what I'm starting with. Well, if I'm looking at my x squared term up here, if I were to take the square root of that, I would get x, right? So x times this x would give me that x squared. The 7 times this negative 7 would give me this negative 49. Going down to that second problem, when I look at 4x squared, well, if I take the square root of 4x squared, I'm going to get 2x. So there's where that 2x and that 2x come from, because 2x times 2x would give me 4x squared. And when I go back up here and look at this negative 25, well, the square root of 25 would be 5. So we got 5 and 5, and then we have to have a plus and a minus. So I'm going to see if this pattern is kind of working. I kind of feel like I know how I could figure out a shortcut without having to do that generic rectangle and that diamond. So I'm going to try that for problem H. So 45H is x squared minus 36. All right, so I'm noticing again that this problem doesn't have any x terms. It has an x squared and some 1's. And this happens to be a minus in between, just like the last couple problems were. If I'm following that same pattern that I just saw in the last couple problems, the square root of x squared would be x. So I'm going to put x and x here. And the square root of 36 would be 6. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 6 and a 6. And then if I'm following that same pattern that we saw in the last problems, one of these factors has to have a plus in it. The other one has to have a minus. All right, so let's double check that this works, that a shortcut we just did actually works if we did our generic rectangle and our diamond. So I'm going to just double check it. All right, my x squared terms, my 1's. Multiply those together to get the top of this. Negative 36x squared. I have 0 x's, so that's what goes in the bottom. Oops, I made a mistake up here. Let me see my 6. All right, and then those factors to get negative 36x squared in the top, 0x in the bottom, are 6x and negative 6x. Drop those over here. Take a look at the dimensions. This must be x and x. X times positive 6 gives me these 6 x's. X times negative 6 gives me these. And then negative 6 times positive 6 gives me negative 36. So it looks like the shortcut will work. So we're going to try it for one more problem. So this will be 45L. And that problem is 9x squared minus 1. All right, so I know I can use the shortcut because I'm looking and I'm seeing that I don't have any x terms. I've got a minus between the x squared and the 1 terms. And then I'm looking at both of those terms and I'm seeing that I can take the square root of both of those terms. So this shortcut should work. So my square root of 9x squared would be 3x. So I'm going to drop those here. And then the square root of 1 is 1. So I'm going to drop those there. And then just following the pattern, it must be a positive and a negative.